Right, good morning guys. I hope you're all well. I've decided to get up at after o'clock this morning. It's just after sunrise, it's about 6:30, and I'm going to put a decoy out, and got a dead rabbit in my game bag I got last night. I'm going to put that out and put a few crow decoys around it and see if we can get any corvids this morning. Now there's a sheep farm over there with some obviously sheep in it and everything, and they breed lambs and everything, so I've got permission and I can shoot these under general licenses. So I'm going to try and see if I can get a few. I'm going to give it a couple of hours because I want to be back in at work at 10. So I've set the hide up, which I'll show in a minute. I did that with them yesterday evening, and I'm going to go and put the decoy out now with the dead rabbit, and I'll show you the setup for that. Right, so I actually shot the rabbit last night, and I've just obviously opened him up a little bit to get try and get a bit of attention if it was obviously had a unhappy ending last night by a fox or something, and somehow. So I've got 2 flocked decoys. These are from A1 Decoys. I'm just going to put one here and one about there, and as if it looks like obviously they're coming in to have a go and have a feed on what's around, and to come and get the bunny really. So I will, if we get any, replace these with real birds, or I'll add the real birds to the pattern to this decoy, around here, just to give it a bit more realistic, because realistic activity in everything. So I'm gonna go now and get back in the hide, which is behind me, which I'll show in a second. And there you go, I can hear him now. Bring it back in the hide and see if we get any. So fingers crossed. Right, so my hide is just in there. I don't know if you can see it, my seat hide with my trigger sticks and everything. Nice, obviously dark shaded area. I've not pulled the top over yet because I'm not sat in it, but it's a nice shaded area with, there's really good backdrops and everything. It's going to blend, but it blends in really, really well. Don't get highlighted or anything. This back there, and it's obviously got all this cover around here, which is pretty good. And I'm hoping, this is an old pond here, by the way, that's obviously set up. I'm hoping they're going to go and land in that dead tree there, so I can take some shots, or on the fence just there. So let's get in the hide and be quiet and see what happens. Right, so I'm just in hide, and although it is quite obviously well concealed back here, I'm just gonna slip on my gloves in my head net, just because I don't really want any skin showing. So let's try and, because they are very wary birds, not gonna lie, and slightest movement or anything, they will obviously get spooked and go. So let's, if I can find nothing at all. There we are. Let's get this on. Get the gloves on as well. And let's get into it. So that magpie were quite easy. He went and landed on the fence, as I obviously anticipated that I wanted them to do. Let's see if we can get any more. It's a deer. I'll try and film it through scope. I see it every day. Right, guys, I'm going to have to call it a day. It's rolling on for 9:30 now. I've got to be back in work for 10 o'clock, so I'm going to go and have a tidy up. I'm going to collect them and 3 crows in that, 1 magpie, and come back and get everything packed up and get off to work. So, guys, I just want to have a big shout out to one of my fans, Mark Foster. He very kindly sent me a Yeti flask. Said that I needed one when I was out hunting because I didn't have anything to put my drinks in and stuff like that. So he said that definitely got missing. It says obviously Ray Hunting on that side and Camelot's Airgun Club on that side. It's been going very helpful this morning, to be honest, because it has been quite chilly. It's been about 8 degrees when I got here. So yeah, cheers for that, Mark. Much appreciated. Right, guys, I'm quite happy with that. I couldn't find the third crow. I don't know where he went to, but I think it's obviously really dense with nettles over there, and he must have fell in there. And I couldn't find him. So yeah, 3 crows, 1 magpie. Not bad for a few hours. And this morning I've really enjoyed that, and I'm gonna give it another go. And I've got a bit longer to try it out again with some different techniques. I might try it in the bigger field. There's another bigger field actually behind me, just over the brow. So it's a bit more exposed, so they can see things. And I might even try and get a crow call, because I've never tried using a crow call before. So if any of you guys want to give me some advice on how you use a crow call and what obviously sounds to make and things like that, that'd be very much appreciated if you want to leave that in the comments below. But yeah, really enjoyed that. I'm going to pack up now. I'll probably quickly show you the kit that I've been using, and I'm going to call it a day. Right, so the kit that I've been using for this session is the Daystate Huntsman Revere. This is in 2 cal, and it's roughly running at about 25 foot-pounds on my FAC. And I've got the Virac XL silencer on there. I've got the Hick Micro for all of the footage and the scope, obviously, which is held on by a set of Sports Match mounts. This is obviously the Safari edition, which, you know, I do actually, you know, it's really nice and really light to use. You're looking at getting roughly, I'll get about probably 35 shots out of this at 30, you know, around about 30 foot-pound. Well, I said it's 30 foot-pound, probably doing about 25, 26. You have to get about 30 shots or 33 shots because it's an 11-shot magazine, and then it starts to creep down and eventually fall off the reg, because the reg's set at 150 bar, or just above 150 bar, 160 bar. So yeah, you don't get that many shots out of it, but you don't really have that many shots when you go out hunting anyway. I mean, the only time I've ever run out of air with this is when I went out shooting rabbits with it, out of a on an estate, shooting out of the car with it, out of the truck. And I actually took my diver's bottle with me that night and had to recharge it up twice. But yeah, it's a really quiet rifle, really good, very accurate. And just to let you know that the pellets that I was using on this was the H&M Barracuda 15s. It seems to love them, group really well, to say it's, you know, it's doing that much power. Normally you just have to use a heavier pellet to try and keep the groupings, but for some reason it stacks them, you know, pellet on pellet right out to about 70 yards. Then it slowly kind of opens up a little bit. But yeah, I've got a couple of shots that I took the other night actually, when I went out across some stubble fields with it. So I'll see if I can find the footage on the Hick Micro and post a shot of the rabbit I got at about 70 yards with it. But I'd like to say thanks for watching again, guys. I know it was very short and sweet, this one, and obviously I didn't get very much, but you don't always get very much anyway. And for me, it's just about getting out there, trying different techniques, and obviously, you know, seeing what works and just being out in nature. Because I got up this morning at 5:30 and it was absolutely beautiful just watching the sun come over, coming up and over the brow, and we saw that lovely deer. I don't even know what that was, guys, because I'm not really into my deer species. But if you want to let me know what that is in the comments below as well, that'd be great. And yeah, it's just about getting out there, getting in the fresh air, and I think it's really good for your mental health and everything else like that. Even if you're just getting out, guys, and just having a walk around every now and again. It's, you know, but taking your airgun and getting some things to the freezer is just an added bonus at times, isn't it? But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Much appreciated, and I'm gonna try and get out again and probably do a bit of rabbiting. And I've just checked a couple of feeders earlier yesterday, and I'm doing a comparison between sunflower hearts and peanuts, and there's also some grain from a pheasant feeder. You've probably seen me shoot that one before near the pheasant feeders. So I'm going to see which, obviously, try and do a comparison between black sunflower hearts and peanuts, and we'll see which ones obviously they tend to go for, because I don't think them squirrels are really fussy. They just greedy little buggers, to be honest. But let's try and see which one works best, because obviously sunflower hearts are a lot cheaper than peanuts at the end of the day, and if they take the sunflower hearts, then I'm going to be buying sunflower hearts. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Like I said, much appreciated. And that was a pigeon, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.